Welcome to the City of Rockville's celebration of Memorial Day. My name is Bert Hall. I'm the Recreation and Parks Director. I'd like to thank our Rockville Concert Band under the direction of John St. Amour. And our Rockville Community Chorus under the direction of Brian Seith for this wonderful, inspiring music. It is now my honor to introduce the Mayor of Rockville, Phyllis Marcuccio.
Thank you, Bert. I'm going to interrupt this program just for a few moments. Any of you who've seen the City of Rockville's map, all right? This is the map of the City of Rockville. You know all the green spots that are on there? Well, there has been a guy for the last 40 years that has been taking care of those green spots, as well as every facility in the City of Rockville. And he's going to leave us. On June 15, Bert Hall, stand up, Bert, is going, Bert is going to leave us for retirement. Now, I don't know why you'd want to leave all this work for retirement, but he's doing so. And I wanted to make a special effort to show him that we care, and we're going to miss the dickens out of him. He has been an incredible contributor to the city. There isn't any place you can go in Rockville. You know, we brag about how every citizen is only 5 minutes away from a park. You're only 5 minutes away from something Bert Hall had his hands all over. He makes everything happen in this city, whether it's building a new building like our new police station, or adding on to the senior center with a new exercise area, or just changing the play equipment in a park for kids. I wrote down a whole litany of things that he has done, but I'm sure in all the parties he's going to have to celebrate, they're going to talk about them. But there are some that I feel particularly keen about. One of them is the Millennium Trail. How many of you are bicyclers? All right, and you know that that bicycle trail around the city is gorgeous. It's called the Millennium Trail, and we've named, of course, in honor of Carl Henn, one of our dear friends. The police station is about to be done. We have the Falls Grove Community Center. He endlessly was renovating City Hall, and do you know, right at this moment, he's asked everybody, what do you want to do with City Hall now that the police station is going to open, and we've got all that room in the basement? He's already planning that. I don't know how this man does it. He's the swim center champion. He's the senior center champion. He runs a $25 million budget every year. You want to know where your tax money goes? Right to him. And of course, his very favorite Croydon Creek Nature Center. If you haven't been there, go. Bert, I was looking around for something. I'm sure the city can give you much more, but this is a key to the city. Ooh. You have built it. Thank you very much for all you've done. You're really spectacular. You're welcome. And I'll keep your best mounted if you give it back to me.
Okay, great.
All right?
Okay.
Do you have anything you want to say?
I think I'll just...
You'll hear from him eventually.
Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for this wonderful gentleman. We will dearly miss him. He'll come back. Everybody consults for Rockville, right? Okay. This is our 68th annual ceremony and parade. Welcome. On behalf of the City Council and the City of Rockville residents, I want to thank everyone for coming today, and please excuse me for reading this because I don't want to miss anything. And if any of you have listened to me talk, you know I just say what's on my mind, and then I lose something. Anyway, for joining me in remembering and paying tribute to all those who have lost their lives in the service of our country. And as you know, we're in the shadow of our memorial library dedicated to those young men and women who lost their lives in Afghanistan and Iraq. There is no holiday we commemorate in America that requires the serious attention and recognition that Memorial Day does. For the next hour or so, I hope you'll remember why today is so important and so special. Our nation's 200-plus years have seen times of peace and times of war. Here in 2012, we are observing the 150th anniversary of the start of the Civil War. In 1863, the war came to Rockville in the form of Jeb Stuart on his famous ride to Gettysburg. When the war ended, I want to share with you something you may have heard before, but I think it's very special. In 1865, a story entitled Martyrs of the Racecourse appeared in the Charleston, South Carolina Daily Courier the day after the following event and ceremony took place. Quote, on Monday morning that spring, nearly 10,000 former slaves marched onto the grounds of the old Washington Racecourse, also known as Hampton Park, where wealthy Charleston planters and socialites had gathered in old times. During the final year of the war, the track had been turned into a prison camp. Hundreds of Union soldiers were buried there. For 2 weeks in April, former slaves had worked to bury the soldiers. Now they would give them a proper funeral. The procession began at 9 a.m. as 2,800 black school children marched by their graves, softly singing John Brown's Body. Soon their voices would give way to sermons of preachers, then prayer, and later picnics. It was May 1, 1865, but they called it Decoration Day. The Charleston Daily Courier reported at a later date that the exercise on May 1 began with the reading of a psalm, the crowd sang a hymn, then prayed. Everyone in the procession carried a bouquet of flowers. After the picnic, the crowd drifted away at dusk. They had spent the entire day at the new cemetery. A few years later, General John Logan, National Commander of the Grand Army of the Republic in Waterloo, New York, proclaimed May 30, 1868 as Memorial Day. Flowers were placed on the graves of Union and Confederate soldiers just a few miles from here at Arlington National Cemetery. The North and South actually celebrated two different holidays for a long time until finally it was joined to become Memorial Day. It seems every generation has experienced the horrors of war. The list is embarrassingly long. During recent decades, a new generation has seen a new type of commitment and courage and sacrifice that it takes to preserve our freedom. Through the years, many men and women have chosen to volunteer to serve their country, knowing that they may ultimately have to make the greatest sacrifice. It is those men and women, whether they serve in Afghanistan, Iraq, Europe, Vietnam, or other places in the world, whom we honor today. I ask that you take time during this Memorial Day to listen closely to the stories of our veterans, those men and women who have served, as well as those who are presently in military service for our country. We will be hearing firsthand from one of these servicemen today. However, before his presentation, I want to tell you about Lance Corporal Jeff King, a proud Marine, born and bred in Rockville. He attended Beale Elementary, Julius West Middle, and Richard Montgomery High School and Guilford University. He will attend the University of Maryland Social Work Graduate School this fall. While on patrol in Afghanistan, Jeff stepped on an IED and lost both his legs, one above the knee, and received major wounds to his left arm. This wounded warrior so committed to his country and his fellow Marines that when his battalion returned, he wanted to march with them, and he did. I ask you to add him to your honor roll of those who have given of themselves to protect our freedom and our way of life. And I'd like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. King, his parents. I understand that Jeff is with the Rolling Thunder in Richmond today. Yes, good man. At this time, I ask all veterans and those currently serving in the military to stand. All right. I've been up here long enough. It's time to hear from a few other folks and meet some of the folks on the podium here. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day and hold our veterans and service members in your thoughts always. I'm honored to introduce the City of Rockville's Police Honor Guard, accompanied by Rockville American Legion Post 86 Color Guard, who will present the colors. Please stand.
Prepare to post. Post. Recover. Detail. Freeze and post.
Would you join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arm. Loud. Post. Forward. March.
I'd like to introduce now Father Drew Royals from St. Elizabeth's Catholic Church, who will do the invocation.
Grant, we pray, Almighty God, that your servants, our loved ones who gave their lives in service to our country, may know forever the peace of your kingdom, and that we who honor them today may so venerate their noble sacrifice as to cherish the liberties, love the land, and celebrate the freedom which they consecrated with so precious a gift. Make holy our observance today, for our good and for the glory of your name. Amen.
Thank you, Father. You may be seated. Now it is my honor, and he's tall, it is my honor to welcome our dignitaries, and a special privilege today is to recognize and have him say a few words, Senator Ben Cardin of the United States Senate.
Madam Mayor, thank you very much. It's my honor to be here along with so many of my colleagues who are elected officials. I, particularly on behalf of the federal delegation, want to thank you for continuing this great tradition. We're joined by your congressman, one of our great leaders in the United States Congress, Chris Van Hollen. It's always a pleasure to be with Chris. And I give you greetings from my colleague in the United States Senate who could not be with us today, Senator Barbara Mikulski. We are all very, very proud of the tradition here in Rockville, which you do for over 65 years. Memorial Day is when we recall those who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in freedom here in the United States. The Baltimore Sun papers this morning ran the list of those who have given their lives since the last Memorial Day. And I think it's a sober reminder to all of us as to how many have made the ultimate sacrifice and how many families have made that sacrifice on behalf of our country. I particularly want to recall those Marylanders who lost their lives since last Memorial Day. Barone Ray, Jamil Freeman, Matthew Seiler, Jesse Stitz, and Armand and Julian Slotin. We remember them today because we know that those men and women who have given their lives have protected not just our country, but have protected the free world. They were there during World War II to protect us from fascism. They have been there to protect us from communism. Today they are the beacon of hope, America's freedom, to those who live under totalitarian regimes, Arab Spring, and now protecting us from extremists and terrorism. We show our respect by not only remembering them during Memorial Day, but remembering all of our warriors as they come home. First, we support them in their mission to make sure that they can succeed and that when they come home they have the best care in the world. Yes, Jeff King, we remember today, and to make sure that he gets the best health care in the world, our returning warriors. And that they can return here in America to jobs that are waiting for them, that show our deep appreciation for their service. We are very blessed to live in America, the greatest nation in the world. And we know that we can enjoy that freedom because those who have served in our military and have been prepared to make the sacrifice, today we honor them in this service.
Thank you, Senator. Very, very moving remarks. And since you have been partially introduced already, our Congressman Chris Van Hollen from our district. You want to say something? All right. Thank you. I will now introduce your council. And right here to my right is Mark Pershela. Mr. Tom Moore. Mrs. Bridget Donnell Newton. and Mr. John Hall, Jr. I have here next Jenny Kimball. Is she around? Our acting city manager. Where are you, Jenny? Oh, sorry. Our city clerk. I don't see him. Doug Barber. All right. Our Reverend Wood, and is William with you, Reverend? All right. Reverend Wood, as you know, the Wood family, of course, are the founders of our parade, and we're very proud to have them. And of course, the Grand Marshal for today's parade, Sergeant Chris Day. And as soon as I get done talking, you will hear from him. Maryland Attorney General Doug Gansler, is he here? Yes. Good. State Senator Jenny Forehand. Oh, all right. Usually you see Jenny everywhere. Our state delegates from District 17, Kumar Barve, James Gilchrist, and Louise Simmons. There he is. Did Mr. Kramer make it today? All right. We have a state delegate from District 19, Benjamin Kramer. He was one of the first people here. How could I have missed him? County Council. From our County Council, we have Craig Rice. And Phil Andrews. All right. I don't see any other council members here. Okay. Register of Wills, Mr. Griffin, is he here? All right. I know that Darren Poppin is here, your Montgomery County Sheriff. And, of course, I see Loretta Knight, who... Is John McCarthy here? All right. Colleen Mulroney, where are you? There she is. Mulroney, Commander Mulroney is commander of that color guard that you see up there. And our 2012 Poppy Girl, Madeline Kolensky, accompanied by Marilyn Rakowski from the American Legion Post 86. And they're over there. I have representatives from the Park and Recreation Advisory Board, and I'll read the names if they will all stand. Kate Savage, Chip Boylan, Larry Eason, Rolene Milford, Marcia Rem, George Sosinski, and Bob Taylor. Are you here? Very good. Thank you. And our Parade Master of Ceremonies, Brian Van de Graaf. Where is he? Okay. All right, it is now my honor to introduce our Parade Grand Marshal, U.S. Army Sergeant Chris F. Day. Chris was born in Rockville, another Rockville young man. Grew up in Montgomery County. He's a 2004 graduate of Magruder High School. We don't have the salute yet. 21-gun salute. Sergeant Day has signed up for the Army prior to his graduation from high school, and he went into basic training shortly after completing it. After basic training, he was stationed in Fort Lewis in Washington State as a carpentry and masonry specialist. Day was part of the Army Corps of Engineers. He was deployed to Afghanistan twice in 2005 for 12 months and in 2007 for 15 months. he achieved the rank of Sergeant E5. On May 2008, Sergeant Day was honorably discharged from the Army. After driving from Washington State back to Maryland, he enrolled in the University of Maryland as a physical education major. He will graduate this spring and hopes to become a teacher in Montgomery County. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Sergeant Day.
Thank you. I would also like to welcome everyone to the 68th Memorial Day Parade here in Rockville, as this is where I grew up. I'm overjoyed by the number of people that are here in attendance. As you know, my name is Christopher Day, and this is a tremendous honor for me to be sharing this day with you all on this beautiful morning. I don't know if you remember what it looked like last night, but I was nervous for today's events. Memorial Day is a national holiday that many people lose sight of. The traditional observance has diminished because of its commercialization and pre-summer shopping sprees and long weekends that are sometimes used as a mini vacation. I, for one, am very pleased that all of us are here today taking the time to reflect on what this day means to us individually, our families, and our friends. As you heard earlier, Memorial Day dates way back to the post-Civil War era as a day of remembrance, honor, and respect paid to all those military men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice while defending our nation and the American way of life. Whew. Excuse me. I also want to recognize and thank those families, friends, and loved ones that stand before me, and fellow soldiers who collectively have formed one huge task force in order to defend our freedom. It's an honor to be a member of a country who, despite differences in political beliefs and opinions on war, support our troops. It's your support that helped other soldiers and myself through sometimes grueling training process that we learned to love as a new soldier in the military. It's your support that gave us the courage to step foot on that plane, to go overseas, to go to war and defend our great nation's values. It's your support that provided us with the motivation to continue in the toughest of times while we were deployed. It's your support that contributes to our success as we move forward in our future endeavors. I, for one, am extremely thankful for your support through my journey on 2 deployments totaling 27 months in Afghanistan. What many of us fail to realize is how much more soldiers and veterans like myself and others here today who need your support when we return home. For me, as well as several of my colleagues on campus, the transition back to the civilian life and the civilian world is the hardest one of all that we make. I went straight from active duty to the freshman dorms on campus at the University of Maryland. Making that transition from combat to the classroom was by far my most difficult mission. While at Maryland, I was part of a growing population of war veterans who needed one another to lean on and support through this tough transition and sometimes even tougher classes. I'm standing here today, a college graduate, as of about 2 weeks ago. To thank you for your unending support for myself and my battle buddies of each generation. I'm so grateful for your awareness of what's really going on and your selfless service to our troops. Thanks to those who served, still serve, and to all of those who supported us and who continue to support us. I would like to finish with a moment of silence to remember those who could not be with us today for a debt that we can never repay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Day. What a moving tribute and a reminder to all of us that there are some who come back who are wounded and need repair beyond the physical. We are now going to have a hymn by the Rockville Chorus and the Rockville Concert Band. Please. To stand for our national anthem.
Whose was right and
moving day this is. You may be seated. I will now introduce Colleen Mulroney, Commander of American Legion Post 86, who will announce the wreath-laying ceremony. Enter.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. American Legion, Post 171. Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 12. Anwar Tempo, 219. Washington, Rockville, Elks, Lodge 15. Members of the Wood family. American Legion, Post 86. Sons of the American Legion, Squadron 86. Women's Auxiliary Unit 86. And the Poppy Girl. Fleet Reserve Association, Triangle Branch 182. $40 and $8. Pearl Harbor Survivors Association. POW Association. Capitol Base, Submarine Veterans. Rockville Sister City Corporation. Sons of the Union Veterans of the Civil War. Antietam Camp 3. Vietnam Veterans of America. Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 641. That concludes the wreath laying ceremony. Captain of the
Hey! Ready! Hey! Fire! Hey!
standing for the benediction by Father Drew Royals.
Bless us and bless our city, O Lord. You have graced us with your favor. Bless our loved ones who have served our country. Bless their families. Bless and protect us as we conclude our exercises and begin our summer. Protect us always and forever. Amen.
Thank you, Father. And that concludes our events for the day. Stay in place. You're going to see a great parade. Just give us a little time to get over there. They've got buses in the back to carry us. So, talk to one another for about 10 minutes. We'll be back. Thank you. Oh, yes, Commander Mulroney reminded me to say there's an open house afterward at the American Legion Post 86. Anyone who wants to join them, come on over. Thank you.
How you doing? I saw Plater over there. I was like, wait a minute. He said, I'm the enemy. I said, no. You could be future employee. Sorry. Fraternizing with the media. Standing by. Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Rockville 11's live coverage of the 68th Annual Memorial Day Parade. I'm here in Rockville Town Square. It's a beautiful day here. We have a great parade coming up for you. We just had a moving ceremony. I'll be joined by my co-host Mike Coppersmith here in a moment. We'll be bringing you some special interviews and all the live parade coverage over the next couple hours. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll see you soon.
Montgomery County. The park police currently operate with 16 horses. Draft crosses are mostly used because of their calm temperament. Yeah. And as always, and following up behind, please welcome the Horse of the Fallen Soldier, provided by Bee Tree Trail, LLC. And my buddy here, he's got the rough job. He got the pooper scooper. Now coming up, the color guard for American Legion Post 86, the American Legion Henderson Smith Edmonds Post 86 color guard were the National Color Guard champions from 1999 to 2004 and Legion champions from 1998 to 2008. They received their Emeritus Award presented by the American Legion Department of Maryland for 28 years of dedicated service. Post Commander Colleen Maroney, along with Auxiliary President Marilyn Ratkowski and Miss Poppy Madeline Lansing. The American Legion Auxiliary has participated in Rockville.
That's the parade Grand Marshal Chris Day. He was a sergeant in the Army from 2004 to 2008. He gave a very moving speech during the ceremony. We're happy to have him here. He's a Rockville resident himself, and we'll be able to replay his speech here over the next couple weeks. And right now we have the parade founders family going by. Reverend Wood, her father, Bill Wood, was the founder of the Memorial Day Parade back in 1944. We're honored to have them again here in the parade.
And the family of parade founder William Wood, our honored guest today, Wood family of the parade founder. Please welcome Reverend Jane Wood and her daughter Felicia Morris, joined by William Burris, who are riding in a convertible provided by Lee Sutherland. The Rockville City Police Honor Guard is an all-volunteer unit coming down the street now. Members of the Honor Guard must meet and maintain high standards of personal appearance and professionalism. Applicants must interview with and be recommended by unit supervisors and 2 other members of the Honor Guard and must be approved by the Chief of Police. Honor Guard members participate in unit events such as police officer funerals, parades, and official city ceremonies. And now please welcome Rockville Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio, along with her niece Sasha Whitaker and family friend Marilyn Southard, who are riding in a convertible provided by Beth Cariccio. I didn't get any candy. And now coming down the street, please welcome Council member John F. Hall Jr., along with his wife, Malgosia, and son, Jan, who are riding in the convertible provided by Congressional Volkswagen. Please welcome Council Member Tom Moore, along with his wife Amy Gambrill, daughters Katie Moore, Zoe Vincent, Ellie Moore, Elsa Vincent, sons Joey Moore, Alexander Vincent, and great aunt Lillian Tiska, who are riding in a pickup truck provided by the city of Rockville. Why not?
Hey, Mike, there was a big snake.
Now coming, please welcome Councilmember Bridget Donald Newton, along with her husband Fred Newton, who are riding in a convertible provided by Councilmember Newton's husband, Fred Newton. I didn't see it. Black song? No. Hello. And please welcome Councilmember Mark Perchela, who is riding through the parade on his bicycle. Good tie. I have one of those this morning.
And welcome back. I'm joined now by my co-host, Mike Coppersmith.
How's it going, Bridget?
Hey, Mike, I'm happy to have you here. You pretty much run this whole show here with your special events crew. And we wanted to get a kind of a feel from you on how the weekend's been overall.
Well, it's been a great weekend so far. It's it's Recreation and Parks Department, but it's also involves pretty much all city services, from police, public works, recreation and parks to public information office. So it's really a team effort, and it's a nice way to close out the weekend and honor those that have served to defend our country.
Well, a lot of, I know, groups have been longtime participants in the parade. We caught up with the Rockville Pipe Band from Rockville High School. We got the chance to talk to them during one of their rehearsals. But what does it say about our event here that these groups like to continue to perform year after year?
Well, it's really great. I think coming up later, you'll see, I think it's Cub Scout Troop 493. They've got these just great floats that I saw earlier in the forming area, tanks and aircraft carriers, and and the pipe band's been a long time participant. So it's a lot of groups that keep coming back year after year and with new ideas and new stuff. And it shows it's a community event, and it's, really supporting Rockville.
Well, and then I know that we have a new entry into the parade with the Free State Rollers. We had the chance to catch up with them, the roller derby crew, and we'll talk a little bit about them in a bit. But I'm going to send it over to our special correspondent, Luis Baja. Luis?
Welcome. I'm here with some of the younger crowd here today. Your names are?
Lori, Giselle, Angela.
Now, what's been the most fun for you today?
Watching the horses. Watching the cars and the bikes.
Now, you've been here before, so what are you looking forward to today?
Everything, I guess. Like the Peruvian dancers and the Brazilian dancers.
Okay, well, and how about you?
Well, it's my first time coming here.
Now, where are you from, this area?
I'm from New York in Long Island.
And are you, and it's your first time too?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Well, enjoy yourselves today, and we'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Luis. And we'll be checking in with families and kids all along the parade route. And Mike, we have a pretty packed house here along the route. What are your thoughts?
It is. It's a hot day outside. Everybody's in the shade. It's packed from North Washington and Martins Lane all the way down to East Montgomery.
Mike, can you give our viewers some context here? The parade route wasn't always along Maryland Avenue, is that right?
No, it used to be along before Town Center and the redevelopment. It was along North Washington Street, and the reviewing stand was out there, and then it came down Courthouse Square to East Montgomery, and then with the development of Town Center, it's moved in down here, and it provides a nice little shade and a nice backdrop and setting.
Well, it's nice that the parade can go right through downtown Rockville now with Town Square. And for those of you who haven't been down recently, there's a whole new grass area put in by Federal Realty. It's really nice down here with some planters and some other things.
It is. They just completed it end of this week. And, the restaurants that are open, I've been trying to get into Starbucks, and there's like 50 people in there. So if somebody's got coffee or a nice coffee, frappuccino, they can bring it on down. You'd like one too, right?
Some green tea maybe, Mike.
It's still a little early.
It's true.
Caffeine would be helpful.
Oh, yay! And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Senator Forehand and State Delegates Kumar Barbin, James Gilchrist, and Louise Simmons, who are walking behind a convertible provided by Congressional Volkswagen. Did I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Senator Forehand, of course. You were first on the list. And now coming State Delegate Benjamin Kramer, who is riding in a Miata. That's not a Miata. That'd be wrong. That is a classic. That is a Mustang. Hello. And now coming down the street, please welcome City Council Member Phil Andrews, who's riding in a T-Bird provided by the Potomac Classic Thunderbird Club. And now coming up to Council Member Craig Rice. Welcome in for the first time to the Memorial Day Parade. Wow, cartwheels too. Good stuff. And welcoming.
Well, the parade is in full swing right now in Rockville Town Square, and we're having a blast, aren't we, Mike?
Yeah, I think he was honking at me.
Oh.
That was me.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about all the different groups that are part of the parade. A lot of diverse groups. I hear some drumming coming down. I think that's a dragon back there that we'll get some shots of. A lot of different variety of groups in the parade.
Yeah, that's one of the great things. I mean, it's the Washington, D.C. area, and there's tons of diversity here, and all these groups. And we've got Bolivian dance groups, and you've got Sister City Corporation, and all these different groups coming out, and it really adds a lot to the parade.
Definitely. It seems like the crowd loves it, so we'll keep bringing you more coverage, and we'll be back here shortly.
Coming down, Rockville's sister City Corp has a more than 50-year relationship with Pinneberg, Germany. To promote friendship and understanding between Rockville and Pinneberg, student cultural, sport, and citizen exchanges are promoted. The dragon dancers following behind represent Shaojing, a city in China, with a friendship agreement with Rockville as well. And now coming down the street, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rockville Mayor for a day, Claire O'Halloran from St. Elizabeth School in Rockville with her mother, Emily O'Halloran, and her friend, Emily McFadden. They are riding in a convertible provided by Gary Funkhauser. What laws are you enacting today, Mayor? No school for the rest of the year.
And And we're back. We've been enjoying all of the groups going down the parade route here on Maryland Avenue. I'm Bridget Breuer, joined by my co-host Mike Coppersmith of the Special Events Division. Mike, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Rockville High School Pipe Band that's right behind us. What an interesting group, participating for over 50 years in the parade.
50 years in the parade. They participated in the Veterans Day ceremony. You know, it's really cool. And the kids, you know, they're in high school and they graduate and they turn over and they keep getting new members. It's really awesome.
One of our special correspondents had the chance to catch up with them at a practice in the cafeteria of Rockville High School, and a lot of practice goes into something like that.
Absolutely. Did they get to have some of the lunchroom pizza?
No,
no lunchroom pizza?
I think they were fresh out. Let's enjoy the Rockville High School Pipe Band.
And now coming up 6:30, WMAL 105.9 FM proudly salutes the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedom from everyone at WMAL. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Rockville Volunteer Fire Department, incorporated in 19...
Well, Mike, we have the Rockville Volunteer Fire Department coming down the route right now. Did you want to say a couple things about this special group?
Well, you know, Station 3 of the fire department, you know, they provided EMS support and fire and rescue support for the event all through the weekend. So, you know, it's been hot out there, and they've been there to, you know, help everybody, you know, should an emergency come up. So, it's really, you know, another one of the great partners that makes Hometown Holidays possible.
Well, I don't know if many people realize, but it's quite an operation to kind of shut down downtown Rockville for the weekend in terms of logistics. Can you talk a little bit about what you and your crew go through?
Well, we've got a crew of 2 that work, you know, year-round and start loading trucks, getting equipment ready pretty much, you know, as soon as this stuff comes down, we're getting it ready for the next event. And, you know, they've worked some long hours this week, and it's been hot, and they've done a great job. So we're really lucky to, you know, work with such a good crew.
Well, you've been keeping the tradition going with another successful Hometown Holidays.
Thanks, Bridget.
Welcome back. I'm here with grandmother and grandson here.
Hi. Gene? That's Toby, my grandson Toby.
Yeah, he seems to be loving this fire truck.
Oh, he loves it. He calls them wee-woos.
Now, what do you think is the most important thing about Memorial Day, this celebration?
Well, to honor our fallen soldiers and all our soldiers present, too.
And do you plan to come back next year?
Oh, yes. I'll be here next year with my grandson and my daughter and her husband if he's not rock climbing.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
And coming up now, the Rockville Gaithersburg Veterans of Foreign Wars Post, founded in 1964. The Gaithersburg High School NJROTC. They're a veterans organization that participates in national and local charitable endeavors, and they support the community and its youth in various ways, such as scholarships, sports programs, shelters, food closets, and many more. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming down the street, the RGC Riders are the children, grandchildren, and the great-grandchildren of the late Rupert G. Curry, former City of Rockville council member. They are riding their quarter horses on this fine Memorial Day. Hey! Hey there! How's it going?
Hello, and now I'm happy to say I'm joined by Councilmember Mark Pershala. Mark, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. You know, hometown holidays and Memorial Day parade, that's Rockville right to the T.
It's right, Mark, and you dress the part with your tie. It's very festive.
Yeah, I always wear a patriotic tie whenever I can.
That's true.
I have lots.
I know you do. I like the Constitution one, too.
That's right.
That's a good one.
I wear that to the meetings.
Well, Mark, we wanted to talk to you a little bit about how your experience has been so far here today. There was quite a moving Memorial Day ceremony. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's very moving. You know, last year we had a World War II veteran. This year we had an Afghanistan War veteran, and just the contrast, and you know, a man who was in his 70s, now a man who's in his 20s or 30s, and just their perspective is really different.
No, you're right. We are hoping to talk to him a little bit later on here on the broadcast. But I actually wanted to switch gears a little bit and talk to you about your upcoming trip to Jiaxing, China. Can you give our viewers some background on why this is happening?
Right. Well, Jiaxing, which is near Shanghai, is hosting a summit of all of its sister cities. There'll be 6 of us all together, 2 from the U.S., 1 from Russia, 1 from Italy, 1 from Korea, and so we all come together for 3 days in June.
Kind of a goodwill tour.
Yeah, and to further cement the ties between Rockville and Jiaxing, because our relationship's very new.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I know a lot of people always see that Hindenburg Sister City sign on the welcome signs into Rockville. So why another sister city? I mean,
well, I think you know, Rockville is so diverse, and we have such a large Asian population these days, and you can have more than one sister city. Nothing wrong with it. Okay. It's good. You know, like Jiaxing has 6 or 7, and they're all coming together.
It's impressive. Well, we're wishing you luck on your trip, and we'd love to talk to you when you get back. And I actually might even give you a camera to take with you. We could talk more about that later.
All right, no, that sounds good. Anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying the Memorial Day weekend. It's always a great weekend, and it's always hot.
Councilmember Mark Pershala, thank you so much for joining us here on the live scene.
No problem. Thank you.
These girls do a lot more than sell cookies, community service, helping the environment, preserving nature, and being a good friend to all. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. Hey, ladies. Hi there. Sorry. Oh, the 1973 throwback uniforms. Yeah. Hello, ladies. Here comes Pack 457. Meet monthly at St. Patrick's Church in Rockville. The Pack is super active and enjoys hiking, camping, Pinewood derbies, and just plain fun. It provides itself on character education, citizenship, and civic engagement. Hello, all Scouts. That's not that.
message by the Grand Marshal. So it's been a wonderful day. My father would be very proud. He loved to march.
He loved the marching band.
He loved the marching bands. He used to be in a drum and bugle corps in Washington, D.C. And he started this parade because he was tired of going to D.C. to march.
And now look at it.
Grown tremendously.
What do you think he would say if he saw the parade today, Reverend Wood?
I think he would say it's an honor that they continue to do this parade 68 consecutive years to the memory of those who fought for this country and to the honor of those who still participate.
Reverend Wood, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Please enjoy the rest of the parade.
Thank you.
All right.
Non-profit affiliate to the Fraternity San Simon in Bolivia. They have participated in a variety of parades throughout the D.C. metro area as well as in New York and Delaware and are thrilled to participate for the second time in the Rockville Memorial Day Parade.
We've got a lot going on right here on the parade route, Mike. What's going on behind us here?
We've got Fraternity St. Simon from Virginia. Watching them's making me sweat even more.
They're wearing a lot of clothing, and it's pretty warm outside, but how impressive with all the age groups in this group and all the amazing dance movements.
It is, and they're a crowd favorite, and you know, they got water at the end of the route, and they'll drink it, and they've got fountains, and it's, man, they're making me hot.
So, Mike, this group is from Virginia. I noticed that some other groups were from, you know, outside of the city limits of Rockville. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking earlier, you know, it's, you know, Virginia, you got DC, you know, we saw the Anacostia band earlier. Yeah. You know, they joined us this year. So it's, you know, 68 years the parade's been going on.
So the reputation kind of speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
Mike, right behind us we have the Cub Scout Pack 493. What can you tell us about them?
Well, this is the group that we were talking about earlier that was up in the forming area. And they've got a tank float, one of the really cool groups that does a bunch of new floats every year.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what they have coming down the route this year.
Absolutely.
All right.
gentlemen, Tito San Simon. Make it look effortless and all that costume. Gotta be honest. Good job. Hey, coming up the street next, ladies and gentlemen, joining us again this year, Cub Scout Pack 493 from Rockville. This pack actively participates in community service projects such as scouting for food, environmental cleanup, and school beautification. They also participate annually in the Elks Lodge Flag Day ceremony and Memorial Day ceremony. Cub Scout Pack 493. Wow, cool float. I like. Hey there. That's an aircraft carrier. That's sweet.
And I'm happy to welcome Councilmember Tom Ward to the live stage here. Tom, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We saw you you were running down the parade route. How are you feeling right now?
I'm cooling down a little bit. It's just fine. This is a beautiful day for a parade.
It really is, and it's packed, and people seem to be enjoying all the groups going down the route.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a great event for the city of Rockville.
It really is. Have you been a part of some of the activities all weekend long for Hometown Holidays?
Yes, I've been here for almost every minute the festival is open. It was just great to see people from all over the city, every corner of the county, really.
Yeah, it's nice how it kind of brings the city together, but then also draws visitors from outside the city limits.
It does. There's so many places in the world that don't really have a sense of place, where you're there, but you don't really feel like you're anywhere.
Right.
And when you come to Rockville, when you come to our downtown, when you come here, especially during Hometown Holidays, you really do feel like you're in a place, and you are in Rockville.
And how did it feel to be a part of the parade this year as a council member?
That was great. My kids have been looking forward to being in the parade for weeks and weeks. And they all rode in the back of the pickup truck, and I ran alongside. We ran out of candy in about 15 seconds, and it was just terrific. The reception for the crowd has been absolutely great.
Well, the vibe here is definitely upbeat and happy, and we can't thank you enough for joining us here on the live stage.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Tom.
Thanks, Bridget.
Councilmember Tom Ward.
And ladies and gentlemen, now coming down the streets of Baltimore, Entertainers Marching Band is an energetic, dynamic marching band from Baltimore. Since bursting onto the scene in 2009, they have performed in Atlanta.
All right, so I'm standing here with some of the crowd that's managing to stay cool over in the shade here. I'm standing with Jenny here, who's been attending the parade every year since 1957. Jenny, tell me, what are your thoughts on the parade so far?
Oh, I'm enjoying it very much, thank you.
All right, great. And so I noticed you're wearing a great festive outfit here that's very appropriate, in honor of the men and women who have served this country. Tell me, what does Memorial Day mean for you?
Well, it means that I'm thankful for all the ones that have gone before us, and we celebrate get to do with them, the wars.
And so, of every year that you come here, is there an act that you look forward to seeing, or any acts that you've seen today that have sort of stood out to you?
I look forward to seeing the high school bands, because a lot of my children went to these schools. I enjoyed all the Bolivia and all these different groups.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the parade. Thank you so much. Back to you over there.
Like, I was just rocking out to that band. They were pretty good.
You were.
I know, it wasn't on camera. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Girl Scouts that are coming down the route right now. They're celebrating 100 years of service as an organization.
Were you ever a Girl Scout?
I was not, but I do love the Thin Mints.
I was only a Boy Scout so I could sell the popcorn.
Well, there you go. Mike, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening here in front of the grandstand. All the groups are coming down the route and then kind of doing their main acts. What's happening there?
Well, they stop in front of the reviewing stand, Bridget, and there's a panel of judges. And with the judges at the end of the parade, up in the air-conditioned, climate-controlled confines of the command center, Rockville staff, Colleen McClady, Caitlin Conville, and Betty Wizza begin the task of tabulation and compilation, and then we'll send out award winners in different categories.
What sort of things are these groups judged on, Mike?
Performance, best float, best marching band, you know, a variety of different criteria. That way, you know, if you've got a group that does something different, you know, there's a prize in there, you know.
Oh, I see. Okay, so if you've been a part of the parade, you know, year after year, and you maybe mix it up, that you could win some points that way.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking about nominating the Rockville 11 crew for an award for all the great work they're doing here with this live broadcast.
You guys get tons of awards. Well deserved.
Well, thanks, Mike. Let's get back to the parade.
Scouts from the National Capital Region. Ladies, how are ya? Hi there. How's it going? Hi there. Keep it cool. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Big smiles, big waves.
All right, I'm standing here with Jeanette, who is actually waiting for her daughter to participate in the parade. She's part of the finest. Jeanette, tell me, what do you think about the parade so far?
I love the parade. I come here every year. The parade is fantastic. I love Rockville. It's just great here.
Why do you think this is such a good area of Rockville to have this parade going down?
Oh, family oriented. Everybody is nice. A fantastic place to live. It's just a beautiful place. I love Rockville. It's just fantastic.
Have there been any favorite acts of the parade that you've seen so far today?
I love every act. Every act is fantastic.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here and enjoy the rest of the parade. Thank you so much.
With much energy and enthusiasm, the group is composed of a kids' troop, a ladies' troop, a men's troop, and the units of the Machas.
And I'm happy to say now I'm joined by Councilmember John Hall. John, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. What a great day.
Oh, it's amazing.
Wonderful celebration.
How has the weekend been for you overall?
Well, except for the rain out last night, just fantastic. So many events, so many bands, so many activities. I mean, you couldn't keep up with all of it. And you know, wonderful performances all around. Not just musical, but also some of the street performances that were great. So lots of great food. Not like I needed it, but lots of great food.
Well, how does it make you feel as a member of the council to see the city putting on an event such as this year after year and all the smiling faces out there?
I think it's perfect. I mean, it's what we should do. This is a wonderful expression of our community, wonderful celebration for those who've given the ultimate sacrifice. Really, really important, I think, for us.
Councilmember Hall, thanks for joining us. We'll get back to the parade.
All right, super. Thanks.
Yeah. A little steamy. A couple more boomers again. I never ever had that happen before. like, ow. That's so weird.
Bringing you live coverage of Rockville Memorial Day Parade. It's the 68th annual parade, and I'm happy to be joined by Councilmember Bridget Newton. Bridget, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for having me. Bridget, what do you think of the parade so far?
Amazing. So many different groups are playing and singing, and everybody's just having a wonderful time. It's actually a little cooler this year than last year, which is helpful.
It's true, the breeze is helpful.
Yes, it is.
We just had the Twin Brooks swimming pool go by. Can you tell us a little bit about this group, or how you're supporting
Actually, this is, the pool's been in the community since it was built in the 1940s after World War II. And I do believe that this is a great thing that they're coming back this year and doing this for us. You know, swimming is one of the most important things we can teach our kids. We were talking about it last week. And there's so many opportunities to be around water, and it's just a really good thing. Everybody learn to swim.
It's true, and when we talked to you at Water Safety Day over at the Swim Center, you said teaching your kids to swim is a gift.
It is a gift. And it's a gift. And you're never too young or too old to learn. I was a former lifeguard and swim instructor, and one of the first things we did with our children was have them take swimming lessons. I didn't dare teach them myself, but it is really important. You never know when you're going to be around water, and it's just nice to have that ability to know you're safe.
It's true. Can you give us your thoughts on Sergeant Day's speech?
Wasn't that amazing for the day?
back to the parade, but thank you so much for joining us here on the live stage. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Joined back by my sidekick, Mike Carverson. Mike, how's the parade going for you?
It's going well. It's going well. I think we're about halfway done.
Halfway done? I've been seeing some stiff competition out there, some really impressive dance movements. I kind of wish I was part of one of those groups.
Yeah, and we've got the finest that's getting ready to come around the corner. And then, at the end of the parade is going to be the Blake High School Marching Bengals, and they're always a crowd favorite.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Mike, I wanted to let our viewers know that this isn't the only event that your team puts on. This is just kicking things off for the summer.
Yeah, this is kind of the official kickoff to the summer. Along with the pools opening, it's now event season. At the end of August, we got the Uncorked Wine Festival coming up. It's got wineries from across the state of Maryland, a couple live stages of entertainment, and it's really fun. You can come down to Rockville Town Center, sample some of the best wines from across the state, and kick back and relax.
And before that, of course, there's the Independence Day celebration.
Right, July 4th, Montgomery College, shooting fireworks off. The Rockville concert band's there. Come out, lay your blanket out, kick back. Hopefully it'll be a little cooler.
It should be a good time, and then we also don't want to forget about Farmers Market every Saturday morning.
Yep, every Saturday it's over in the Jury parking lot, just a stone's throw from here. And produce, vegetables, baked goods. It's 9 to 1 every Saturday.
Well, I was out there on opening day. I was really impressed with the strawberries and the fish truck that's out there. You can get all kinds of fresh fish.
That's right. We've got rockfish. They're starting to do steamed crabs from Maryland. Oysters. You name it, they've got it. We've got fresh cut flowers. It's great. Bring the dog out. Everybody comes out Saturday morning and starts shopping.
It should be good. All right, Mike. We're going to get back to the parade right now. Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming down the street, Cub Scout Pack 943. Sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Rockville. Serve boys from 1st to 5th grade For more than 50 years, the pack allows boys to learn new things, discover and master new skills, gain self-confidence, and develop strong friendships. Pack 943 meets at Meadowhall Elementary School on Thursday evening. Hey, guys.
Okay, go up.
Hey there. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the Moms Club of Rockville is a nonprofit support group for stay-at-home mothers. At-home mothers with children of any age are welcome to join the Moms Club. Offers friendship, playgroups, community service projects, and other special interest clubs for members.
That's fine. And the finest are going to be
Sweet
behind.
hair.
I think they're...
I like. That rocks.
I think it's really good. I haven't seen a parade in my life.
Hey, good hair. Everybody's got some color.
Woo!
Hey there.
The Indian people and the Mexican people that have come out, those were probably my favorite acts. And
Hello.
the Girl Scouts I like because I was...
I want to join this mom's group.
Oh, really? That's fantastic. And I understand we have Solomon over here. This is your brother, Solomon. Solomon, what do you think about the parade?
I think it's awesome, and I haven't been to one since I was like really little.
Right.
So, and it's one of the best I've seen.
That's fantastic. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the parade. Thank you for making Rockville's Memorial Day Parade the first one you see, so it's great. All right, that's all I got. Back to you. Well, I'm happy to be joined by Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio here on the live stage. Mayor, thanks for joining me.
Well, it's delightful to be here. And thank you to Montgomery County's television for letting us have a little time. This is wonderful.
We appreciate our partners at the PEG Network and Montgomery County for making the live broadcast possible.
Fantastic.
And, Mayor, we saw you give a great speech earlier today, and we saw you go down the parade route. What does a day like today mean to you?
Well, I'll tell you, when you hear about these young men who've given every sacrifice you can expect, it just tears you up inside to think we have to go through any kind of a conflict, no matter where it is. It reminds you how much they give up in their lives to keep us free. Thank God, as he said, we live in the United States of America. It is the most wonderful country in the world. And to have Senator Carton here and Chris Van Hollen and the young man who lost his legs, Mr. and Mrs. King here, absolutely fantastic. We have a big crowd coming up behind us.
We got the finest here, Mayor. Let's pause here for a second as we watch this great performance.
Delightful.
Do you want to stay or do you want to go? Are you okay?
I don't care.
finest Wildcats.
Aren't they something? They really bounce up the parade.
It's true. Mayor, I know that you've been coming to the parade since you were a girl.
Oh, yes.
How does it feel to be mayor now and be a part of the parade?
It is so different. I was a tiny little person in a big city when I was little. I mean, we weren't that big a city, but the parade route was very different. It was down Montgomery Avenue. Of course, Montgomery Avenue is gone, except for the little piece up there where we're now putting in the police station and the old post office. And it used to come down the hill and go all the way to the end. My sister, she won't ride with me in the parade because she was in too many parades. She was a drum major. And in those days, Richard Montgomery didn't have a band. They just didn't have enough kids to make a band. And so she and about 6 others were the majorettes. And whenever they have a football game, they would take their stuff out onto the football field, set up a little portable record player, and do band music, and then they were whirling away to the band music because they had no marching band. But they had beautiful outfits. It was very impressive. I think she's been in enough parades.
I see.
I told her she's got to do it next year.
We talked earlier with the Reverend Jane Wood, whose father, Bill Wood, founded the parade. And she told us that her father would be proud to see what it's become.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I think the very first parades in Rockville were done back in the 1880s. And it was his family who revived it.
Right.
We had a big hiatus during the war. Right. Because nobody had anything they could do except to try to keep going. You know, the whole country was under siege. I don't think anybody realizes it. We have wars today which are away from us. Maybe they're instantaneously in our living rooms, but they are not where we are personally involved unless we have a relative. You know, it's really very different. I remember saving scrap. I remember saving rubber. I remember if you went into the movie house, would give you a free ticket if you brought something that would contribute to the war effort. We sold, as kids, we sold 10-cent war bond things. It's very different. We were all in it. And you didn't know. Everybody had a bomb shelter of some kind, even if it was only under your kitchen table.
Wow.
It was very different. And we are somehow much more tolerant than war. It's awful.
Well, today is definitely a day to remember those who are serving and those who have gone before us. And we appreciate you stopping by to talk with us, Mayor. And we'll let you get back to watching the parade.
Anytime.
All right, Mayor Mercutio.
Thank you.
This lovely family here at Memorial Day celebration. What are your names?
Demetrius.
Jaden.
Sherry.
Now, from the beginning, you guys look like you were having a lot of fun. Tell me about it.
It's been a great experience. The kids love it. I love it. We come every year.
How many years has it been?
A long time.
You having fun?
Yes.
I saw you doing a little dance earlier. With your hands, you trying to do that again?
No.
No? Well, you having fun?
Yes.
What's been the coolest part for you?
The band.
Well, thank you guys for taking out your time. I'll let you get back to the fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thought I was in New Orleans.
Oh, right. What is this, the River Band?
Yeah, it was the Capital Focus Jazz Band. You know, the guy was playing the drums with a coat hanger.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's very interesting. They sound great, actually.
And trombones, best instrument around.
That's excellent. Well, right now we have Rockville bikes heading down the parade route here on Maryland Avenue. What are your thoughts about staying on two wheels?
Two's always better than one. I have no balance. They were out at Ride Stride yesterday. I recognized a couple of the faces.
Yeah.
They started down here in the plaza and they rode around Rockville in the morning. I think they had like 13 and 26-mile courses. So, you know, the Bike Rockville and the Rockville Bike Advisory Committee, another one of the partners that we have for Hometown Holidays.
Well, May is Bike Month here in Rockville that we're celebrating, and we're happy to be a part of such a great city with the Millennium Trail that makes it easy for pedestrians and cyclists to get around.
Yep, and it's all, it pretty much connects the whole city with a loop.
Well, I think that jazz band really sounds good. Are they new this year, Mike?
That's their first time that I can remember them being in the parade. We'll definitely make sure they come back next year.
Okay, I wonder how the judges thought about their performance. I'm a huge fan.
I'm giving them points for costumes.
Okay. Oh, it looks like the bike group here is going to be doing some sort of demonstration. Nancy Breen is the Rockville Bike Advisory Committee chair, and we work closely with her on pedestrian safety issues and concerns. And let's have a watch here, Mike, and see how it goes.
Sounds good.
Organized ride and their new bike rodeo. Even worked the TV camera cable into the mix. Baby back there? I like it. Cheerios! That's a good little carry. Hey! And ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the street, please welcome the Prince Hall Shriners Anwar Temple number 219 from Rockville. And now coming down the street, Cub Pack 492 from Rockville. The pack is chartered by the Rotary Club of Rockville Pack 492. Hello, guys. Hey, guys. Going. Staying cool. Always. And And the Montgomery Forest 134 Tall Cedars of Lebanon Tuxedo Marching Unit has participated in the Memorial Day Parade for over 30 years. Montgomery Forest is a Masonic affiliated organization with the motto of fun, frolic, and fellowship with the purpose of supporting muscular dystrophy research. Please welcome Grand Tall Cedar Alfred Tynan and the Tall Cedars. And here comes the Montgomery Cedarette Clowns. They're sexy and they know it. This bunch of clowns was formed in 1982. They're showing.
Are you talking about me?
No, not talking you. I'm talking about the Montgomery Cedarette Clowns. And they're a group that tries to raise money for muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, they raise money throughout the year. They participated in the parade a long, long time. And who doesn't love a clown?
Hey, they look like they're having fun out there. I like the jam that they're dancing to.
Yeah. Some of them are smart and they got umbrellas.
Exactly. We got a lot more coming down the parade route here. I'm having a blast. I don't know about you.
I'm having a great time.
Thank you.
Welcome back here inside the parade. I'm here with two new guests. What are your names?
I'm Kathy. And Caitlin.
Now, you told me this is your first time coming?
No, not mine.
What time is it?
What time is it?
I mean, how many times have you been here?
Oh, I don't know, 2 times, 3 times.
And how do you like this one today?
It's fun. I like this one.
How about you?
I like it. I love all the dancing. This is my first time here, but yeah.
Do you plan on coming back next year?
Totally. Of course.
Okay, well, thank you girls so much.
Hey, you're welcome.
The beautiful and talented young ladies you see today are members.
What do you think about the parade so far?
I like it. It's really fun.
Do you come every year?
Yes.
So how does this year's compared to years past?
Well, it's really interesting watching different people go out and do different things, and it's really fun to see different cultures being expressed.
Absolutely. What have been some of your favorite groups that have been coming down?
I like the dancers the most because the way they dance is really cool and interesting.
Great. And have you ever participated in the parade yourself?
No, but I want to.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure you will one day. All right, thank you so much for talking with me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the parade. And back to you.
Alma Boliviana is a cultural dance group from Arlington, Virginia. Founded in November of 1991, this group has participated in numerous parades, including the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They also placed first numerous times in the Saya competition, the Alma Boliviana.
Mike, some really impressive groups coming down the parade route here. Alma Boliviana. What do you know about this group?
From Arlington, Virginia. They participated before. Another group that's going to need to drink plenty of water at the end of the parade route.
Didn't they perform in a really big parade?
That's right. They were in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade up in New York City.
Well, I think the Rockville Memorial Day Parade is kind of on par with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. What do you think?
I think it's pretty much one and the same.
In our own way, yeah. I want to talk a little bit about the next group coming down, the Tasmanian vehicle. What is this?
Well, this group gets HOV status all the time. It says 25 Tasmanian Devils. I don't know if you look at it. I think there's... I don't even know if you can even count it.
Well, I understand that it's driven by Gary McCullough and co-piloted by Joanne Walsh. And the Taz Cruiser comes back every year. It's the last couple of years they've been a part of the parade.
Yeah, and this year it is Tasmania Salutes America.
All right, let's get back to the parade.
And just coming down the street now, the Taz Cruiser, driven by Gary McCullough and co-piloted by Joanne Walsh. The Taz Cruiser returns to Rockville with Tasmania Salutes America. The Taz Cruiser features over 25 stuffed Taz critters. Last year was the third appearance of the Taz Cruiser at the Rockville Memorial Day Parade, and the Taz guys look forward to it every year now. So once again, Gary, Joanne, and all the Taz critters wish everyone a wonderfully Tazzy Memorial Day holiday. Fantastic! Wow. Wow. All right, Pack 928 coming down the street now. Continues its long tradition of taking part in the Rockville Memorial Day Parade. The Pack is celebrating its 50th anniversary. These boys have a wonderful filled year with exciting activities, including the Pinewood Derby, racing, camping, hiking, and providing service to the community. Pack 928. guys! How's it going? Hey. Good afternoon. Coming up next, Coordination Council of Chinese American Association's dance team. Established back in May of 2002, the Coordination Council of Chinese American Associations consists of 34 members.
Got some pandas right behind us, along with the dragon, and it is the year of the dragon in the Chinese Lunar New Year.
That's exciting.
I want to let you know that it's the Coordination Council of Chinese American Association's dance team. They were established in May of 2002, and the dance groups are from our local region and here to present in front of our judging crew.
And if I have it right, they're going to be performing traditional Chinese dances and adult humor.
Well, you know, every year the city sponsors the Lunar New Year event. This past year was at Rockville High School. There was also Bizarre's Lunar New Year here in Town Square. And even though it was pretty chilly out, it was a great group that showed.
It is, and that's one of the events, too, that's really growing along with the population in Rockville.
Exactly.
And it's really becoming, you know, kind of one of the trademark signature events of the year.
It's nice to see this group participating this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, thesaurus.
Hi. How are ya?
The new Southside Steppers, the new group this year. And Mike, you know I love a good drum line.
Who doesn't?
We're looking forward to their performance. It's been a great day for a parade.
It is. There's a nice breeze coming through, keeping things a little on the cooler side.
Yeah.
If it's 90 degrees, is that even possible?
It's lovely. Let's go back to the parade.
Back inside the parade. I'm here with a special guest today who looks like she's having a good time. What's her name?
Katie. Heidi Cance.
Y Heidi, ¿qué es tu parte favorito de hoy? ¿Qué le gusta más?
Oh, me encantó primeramente los Boy Scouts, después las danzas bolivianas y bueno, y ahora que nos están mostrando acá las danzas chinas, que es muy bonito, es una costumbre muy buena, me gusta mucho.
¿Y has venido?
Es la primera vez que vengo.
Y te vas a venir en los años que vienen, seguro, ¿no?
Oh, claro que sí, por supuesto, porque estuvo muy buena, una muy buena organización.
Encantado, muchas gracias. All right, back to you guys.
Live on Maryland Avenue for the 68th Annual Memorial Day Parade. I'm joined with Mike Coppersmith, Special Events Supervisor. Is that your title?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah. We're just enjoying some of this drumline music and some of the dance steps from the new Southside Steppers.
Yeah, and they're great. They're a new addition this year, and we're glad to have them.
I also want to give a shout out to my special correspondents today, Louise Baja, Jennifer Linksay. They've been doing a great job talking to the participants all along the parade route. It's fast out here. Great. Let's get back to the parade.
And now coming down the street, please welcome Miss Ariane Gouldsby, Miss White Oak's Outstanding Teen. This is the first year the Miss White Oak organization has been in existence. Ariane will go on to compete in the Miss Maryland Outstanding Teen competition in June.
another impressive group coming down Maryland Avenue here. Mike, what are your thoughts?
Hey, fantastic, bright, good costumes. I'm scoring them high.
Okay, yeah, I really
They agreed. You hear it? Bang!
monologue. What do we have here?
We've got the Metro Area Pathfinders and Potomac Conference Pathfinders. They're from Rockville, Maryland.
They're a scouting organization, and sounds like a pretty good drum line to me.
Yep, and it's all consisting of youth between the ages of 10 and 16.
Well, they're going to be heading down here, down the main drag, and the Pachamama group is making their way down the route as well. Mike, I wanted to talk to you about something, and it's called Out to Lunch Wednesdays. What's it all about?
Are you asking me to go to Out to Lunch Wednesdays? Or?
No, I want to know, what is it all about?
Well, if you're here in Rockville Town Center, Wednesdays beginning in June and running through October, farmers market, different food vendors, as well as all the restaurants in Town Center. Down here in Rockville Town Square and East Montgomery Avenue. Come out from your office building, grab a bite to eat and shop.
You got some music too lined up?
Yeah, we've got music from June to August. A bunch of great bands come out. You got seating set up, and you can sit at the restaurant seating as well.
It is nice to do your shopping on your lunch break. Pick up some strawberries or some fresh produce or flowers.
It is. You come out, sit outside, take in the sun.
I agree. It's a good time. Well, let's see what this the AEC Metro Area Pathfinders and Potomac Conference Pathfinders have to offer here for their performance in the Memorial Day Parade.
Now coming down the street, ladies and gentlemen, Toba Dinastia was founded in 2006 in Falls Church, Virginia, and prides itself on being a safe and family-oriented organization that emphasizes teamwork and leadership. The mission is to promote community and culture in the United States by demonstrating traditional dances from El Salto, Bolivia. Toba Dinastia is one of about 5 Toba folklore groups in the entire United States.
I'm back here live on the main stage, and I'm joined by Director of Recreation and Parks, Bert Hall. Bert, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, Bridget.
Bert, how is your weekend going overall, and what does today mean to you?
Well, this has been another very good hometown holidays. We had lots and lots of people here over the weekend, enjoying the event throughout the day and in the evening. Unfortunately, we lost the headline act last night, but I think we made the right call.
Yeah, due to the weather.
Safety first.
Exactly.
Give people a chance to get home, so maybe we'll have Easton Corbin come back. But, you know, as I said, my staff have done a wonderful job organizing this as usual, and I'm very proud of Colleen and Mike and Caitlin and Vernon and Rob and all the other contributors. Michelle Bean plays a major role, so that's all been great, and I'm very, this just continues to grow as a real important part of the Rockville community, and people look forward to it, and they come out and support it, and you know, one of the best things we have going is working with these community organizations like Chamber of Commerce and Community Ministries and the Rockville Recreation and Parks Foundation and many other nonprofits that help us out with the event, run major sections of the event like Taste of Rockville and the beverage sales and those kinds of things, and then the money or part of the net of the profits from those activities end up supporting the budgets of these very important organizations, and the money stays inside Rockville and really benefits the community year-round. So that's become a very important part of the event and something that we're real proud of.
Well, Bert, I wanted to ask you if this hometown holidays is maybe a little bittersweet for you, because you just announced your retirement after being with the city for 40 years?
40 years. Yeah, absolutely. Bittersweet is the word. It's, you know, this event has been a big part of my career and something that I'm really proud of, I've been involved with, and you know, it's a lot of work and a lot of Memorial Day weekends to work, but it's, like I said, something that I'm very proud of, and I think something that's been really great for the community. So I'm looking forward to taking a Memorial Day weekend off, but I'm also going to miss this a great deal.
Well, Bert, you're always welcome back, you know that, and your legacy will live on not only with Hometown Holidays, but in many other projects, facilities, and events that you've started here in the city. So we want to wish you congratulations on behalf of the city, and we'll let you get back to the parade here.
Thank you very much, Bridget.
All right. Bert Hall, Director of Rec and Parks.
The Dynasty Marching Unit. Dynasty was formed in July 2010 from Firebirds to Charm City to Dynasty, and they continue the legacy of being positive and competitive. Dynasty's focus is on all juvenile decency, good sportsmanship, and keeping it fun, and competitive and non-competitive.
back here on the live stage, I'm joined by Mike Coppersmith. Mike, it's been a pleasure hosting the parade coverage here with you this year.
Thanks, and thanks for having me. And we got a nice spot semi in the shade.
We really did, and the parade's not over yet. I just wanted to say thank you. And, you know, we just talked to Director of Rec and Parks, Bert Hall, who announced his retirement. His last day will be June 14th, and he's your boss. What are your thoughts on his leadership style, and what have you seen him do here in the city?
Well, he's been great. I mean, he's been here for almost 40 years. I haven't been here for 40 years, but, you know, I know he's built a lot of facilities. He's really, you know, the Rockville Recreation and Parks Department, you know, they're well known throughout the state and in the country. You know, the support that he gives staff and you know, as well as the community, you know, it's invaluable, and he'll be greatly missed.
Well, we've been doing a little research on Bert. We'll be working on a special segment, and we found some old photos of when he first started here at the Swim Center as part-time staff, and then worked his way all the way up to various promotions to become director of Rec Parks.
That's right, and you know, he was telling us the other day, you know, when Hometown Holidays started, it was kind of going to be a one-year deal. They were looking, you know, it was kind of Rockville days, and they were looking at transitioning it.
Yeah.
Here we are 24 years later, you know, a program that him and his staff started, and it's really, you know, kind of grown, you know, across the 24 years.
It really has, and I mean, the fact that it's still called Hometown Holidays, I mean, everybody knows what that means here. Rockville is everyone's hometown, and but yet with an international flavor.
Absolutely, and it really, you know, I think it really represents the community, you know, Rockville as well as the Washington, D.C. area.
It's very true, Mike. Well, let's get back to the parade here.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Jim Boyer Circus Club. And welcome the Ritchie Park Elementary Girl Scout troops as well. Good juggling. Sweet. Ritchie Park Girl Scout troops 51, 26, 34, 59, 34, 63, and 6108. We're all excited to celebrate 2012 as the 100th anniversary of Scouting. High School, under the command of drum major Stephen Mohag and Anna Wine. They come into today for Anthony composer Yubi Blake is home to Montgomery County Schools' signature program for fine arts and humanities.
What a great parade here in Rockville Town Center. It's the 68th Annual Memorial Day Parade. And Mike, bringing up the rear here was the marching band from James Blake High School.
Yep, 10th year in the parade. They've been to the Sugar Bowl, the Gator Bowl, and their 10th year here in Rockville.
Very impressive. What a way to end a great day here in Rockville with the Memorial Day ceremony and parade. I'd like to thank you as my co-host here on the live stage.
Thanks so much, Bridget, and happy Memorial Day.
I also like to thank the special events crew, my special correspondents today, all the guys in the Rockville 11 truck, and thank you to Jim Graham and Brian Forney, our engineers, and we'll see you next year.
And that brings to completion a fantastic parade as we wrap up the 68th Annual Memorial Day Parade in Rockville.